Alright guys, I'm going to run you through my trading week this week. So I'm just going to show you all the trades I took from start to finish, Monday through Friday. Pretty much all the trades were taken on gold. A couple of trades were taken on GJ. I'm just going to run you through trade by trade each one and show you how I managed to finish the week up. You can see here at the bottom right, $886 in profit. So pretty solid week, not the best, but a solid week. On my account, that's more or less 1.8%. So I'm very happy with that. You can't complain with the 1.8% week. So I'll run you through from start to finish. So you can see here at the start of the week. So this is Monday, the 22nd of May. And on this day, you can see here I took one sell on gold and then I took one buy on gold. One loss, one win. Ended the day up roughly $200, $300 in profit. Not the best, but it was a good day. A good day nonetheless. Any day when you come out profitable is a very, very solid day. So you can see here on this day, this is the first trade, right? So this is as I said, the gold chart. Now I'm on the 5 minute. I'm going to stick to the 5 minute chart because that is where the majority of my trades are taken, and I could get into the 5 minute into the 30 minute my analysis in the 1 hour, but that would be out of the scope of this video. It would be too long, so I'm just going to stick to the 5 minute. So this first trade I'm going to show you here, right? What you can see here is on this trade, you can see we're in an overall downtrend, right? You can see that. So I'll just quickly draw this little trend line out. So you can see that we're in an overall downtrend here, right? So this downtrend was continuing and we saw a nice little pull up back here, and this is totally normal price action. And next we saw a strong engulfing candle right here. It closed below this support line, and I'm just going to pull myself over here and I'm just going to draw out a little box here so you can see this support level right here. Okay, so that support level, once this candle, this big candle here, broke and closed below that level, I was waiting for the break of this low and then price to continue all the way down to the support level right at the bottom down here. So obviously I entered the trade and that didn't happen. The complete opposite happened. We had a rejection from that level. We had price action kind of begin to trend bullish, and I actually I started with my stop loss behind this high, and I ultimately ended up tightening it because once prices rejected and failed to break lower in this period, I didn't want to closing and breaking back above, so I closed out when I came here for essentially reducing my trade by not exactly half, but a decent percentage, and that risk management allowed me to then take the following win and actually end the day profitable. So once I'd taken that loss, I didn't panic, I remained calm, and I just let the day play out. I left the charts actually. I went to the gym and I just waited a few hours. I came back for the New York session, and then I started to pay attention to the charts. And you can see right here, what happened was we had a strong drive down in price. Okay, we had price tag at this level, and on the higher time frames, this was a strong support level. It tagged that and then just start to reject, okay? And you can see right here is my entry, okay? So we had a strong rejection, a pushback, and right here I was looking at price and I was thinking to myself, okay, if this shows a strong candle to the upside, I think we're gonna fill these candles to the left here, and we're gonna take a nice big correction up to here, okay? And the premise of this trade was based on the higher time frames, this strong support level, and this quick snap away from that support level. So once we had this candle form, I entered on the break of the high. My stop loss was below here, targeted a 1-to-1, and bang, price came up to the level that I wanted to come to. Took profits, and you can see here at the bottom right of the screen where my cursor is, plus roughly $800, ending that day up pretty nicely. Just shy of $300. So that's a solid day. Happy enough with that day. Solid trading practices. You can't complain when you're doing that, right? Next, I'm going to show you is a trade on GJ. So I'm just going to click onto the GJ chart here and show you this trade, which I will need to scroll back slightly just to find it. So Let me just come across here to, well, 1 second here. So I'll scroll across. This trade was on the 23rd. So I will find that quickly here. And here we are. Here we are. So you can see this trade. Look how bearish price action was. Very, very, very bearish. And no support. We were just trending downward. I could see price continuing downwards. There was still levels of liquidity that were intact for price to go and target. So I stayed in this bearish mindset. Unlike the previous trade I mentioned where price was hitting a lot of support, this had continuous liquidity to continue reaching for. So what I did in this trade, you see this candle, it closed below this support. I don't know why this box is here. Just 1 second. That box there. It closed below this support right here. This candle, once it closed below that support, there was clean candles to the left in the hard time frames. I was anticipating a nice strong drop from that, and that's exactly what we got. We got this candle break the low and trend downward very nicely. My stop loss was behind this high, and I made $351 on this trade. Now I halved my risk on this trade because we were trending so far down. I felt we were slightly oversold. I was kind of a little bit risk adverse in this trade, but nonetheless, $350, very solid trade. Happy day. I ended that day there, I believe. Yes, I did. I ended that day there, and I moved on to the next day. You know, normally when I win, I just decide to end the day there. So I'll move back to gold for the final 3 trades because all the rest of the trades were taken on gold. As I do tend to just focus on gold. So let me just run you through these last few trades here. So this next trade is taken on the 24th. So I will quickly find that for you guys. And I won't have to change between charts after I find this trade. Okay, here we are. So here, what exactly is happening here? So yeah, I do recall this. So this was unfortunately a losing day, and it wasn't my best day, should we say that. So on this day, what happened was we had again, price was trending downward here, and I was looking for continuations of the trend, very actually similar to the GJ trade. I was looking for continuations of that trend. There was a support here. I was looking for price to continue down. This strong bearish candle closed below. I was anticipating a break of the low and continuations down. We got the complete opposite. We got a rejection and a strong break of my stop loss and the level. Now the trend did continue going bearish, but obviously I had my stop losses slightly too tight and I took a loss here. So that happens, minus 830, quite a big loss. Obviously, yeah, just it is what it is, you know, can't really complain. Maybe I should have managed risk. I don't think so. Based on my rules, this was just a stop loss hit. So no problem there. And then I decided to take another entry as I thought, okay, I got stopped out. I kind of, I think it's going to continue down. I saw this big bearish candle form here, kind of price kind of took out the stops here and seems to be continuing bearish. But once price started to drop down, yeah, it started to drop down. Then we got this big rejection candle. I straight away decided to close out the trade. And some people will say that was a little bit, why didn't I hold it, etc. But the reason was because I didn't want to take a second loss. And I saw that once we had that rejection, I just didn't want to engage with a second loss. So I decided, you know what, I'm just going to call this a day here. I'm still up more or less. I'm still break even more or less for the week. So I'm not going to let this turn into 2 losses and lose my cool. I'm just going to take a break even trade. And that's exactly what I did. And that was $36 there. And then I'll just bring you to the final trade of the week, which really is what made the week. You know, let's be real. It was a break-even week, nothing much happening, and then on the final day, which I believe actually was a Thursday. I didn't trade Friday, but on Thursday, I had a very, very nice trade. And you can see here exactly what happened. The same thing. We were kind of in a bullish trend. The hard time frames were beginning to show some bullish strength, which obviously I can't show you that right now, but perhaps at a later time. And you can see we got this candle close, break, and hold above this resistance level. I was anticipating price to continue. And straight away, price rejected. you know, I'm thinking this isn't great, but my stop loss is right here, and you know, absolutely no worries. I don't mind if it comes down as long as it doesn't take my stop loss out. You know, I have my stop loss at a logical level for a reason. And then price rejected from these lows and had a really nice trend up and filled all the imbalances that were to the left, came to the resistance level in the higher time frame, and yeah, that was a really, really solid trade. So that trade went slightly above a 1-to-1, which is nice, and it hit a 1.1k profit. So that trade really made the week. If it wasn't for that trade, I'd be sat here break even pretty much for the week, but instead I end the week up a solid 1k. And it just shows you, if you stay patient, if you stay diligent, if you don't kind of, you know, don't lose your cool like I could have done on this day where I lost one trade. You just stay calm, you stay consistent, you focus on 1 or 2 trades. You know, the charts end up rewarding you. That they reward that sort of discipline. So this was a perfect example of that week, and you know, managed to have in the end a very, very solid week. So I'm super happy with that. And yeah, that's really it for this recap. So this is just to recap all the trades I took this week, to run you through each one and how I was able to extract $886 from the market, because that's just not an easy thing to do. So if you enjoyed this video, let me know, and thank you for watching.